Hello, welcome, and thank you for joining me for this tarot reading. For today's tarot reading, you'll be picking your Fool of April. For those who tune in during this time, this will be the last week of March, and it will proceed into April 1st, which is why today's tarot reading is inspired by the Fool. Now, for some of you, I may have ruined the fun for you by reminding you that April 1st is coming, so I may have ruined your pranks or your deceptive plans, so for that I'm sorry. And for some of you who don't care to be deceived or lied to, this may be a thoughtful warning, so you're welcome. Today we have 4 groups to pick from. Group 1, this is your Fool. Group 2, Group 3, and Group 4. Go ahead and pick the Fool or the Fools that you're most drawn to. Click on its timestamp below, and I'll see you at those readings. Welcome, Group 1. You have picked the Fool from the Muerte deck. The Fool is a representation of new beginnings. This one particularly is of someone who is stepping out of a grave. So you could say there's been a rebirth. There had been an ending, and they're emerging to a new beginning and to a new opportunity. They were born again. This one's very packed and ready for a new journey. And upon stepping out of the grave, there is a butterfly. There is a companion, you could say, or a discovery of something that represents transformation. There's a possibility for this new beginning to offer new life, transformation, and possibilities. So for today's question, Group 1, I'm leaving it open basically to what new beginnings are you facing? Are there going to be new surprises for Group 1? What new beginnings? The Fool is number 0. So from nothing comes something. So what for Group 4? What new beginning may be coming for Group 4? What new beginnings can Group 4 expect? What surprises? What journey? What can Group 4 expect? What for picking this Fool of April for them? What Fool? What is Group 1's? What's coming for Group 1? Let's see. 8 of Cups. Muerte, or death, in this deck. 5 of Wands. Knight of Swords, and the Wheel of Fortune reverse. Now let's see. There is powerful cards here. You have 2 major arcanas at the least. And we are beginning this reading with some emotional energy here. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups usually deals with having to leave something behind. Having to leave emotions, something behind. Trying to move on, efforts to move on. And this is one of the saddest Eight of Cups I've ever seen. There's a lot of sadness here. There's depression here. This person seems to be so emotionally focused on possibly these cups that are spilling over. These cups are what is all on her mind, and it seems depressing, or at least seems like it's very distracting. That's all that this person has on their mind are these cups. Clarify. Eight of Cups. Okay, let's see. Clarified by the Page of Pentacles. So, Page of Pentacles could deal with something not having worked out that you put work into, or an opportunity that you feel like you've wasted, and that has you emotionally distracted. That's going to get you emotionally distracted. What fool? What new beginning? What is to be expected? Surprises or anything expected for group 1? Let's clarify Santa Muerte. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands has to deal with a great surge of energy here. In this image, usually Seven of Wands has to do with being able to stand your ground and have the energy to keep up a fight, keep up the battle. This image here deals with great growth, a surge of growth in the trees, and that so much growth that it basically blocks out the sky. There's this immense amount of energy, immense amount of growth keeping up, a burst of it. And that's what is giving you this new beginning, this ending here, this ending that you have is upon you. It's giving a chance for a rebirth. So this rebirth is surging. It's growing. There's a burst of it with the Seven of Wands. Let's see, Five of Wands. Clarified by King of Swords. King of Swords is all about clarity, about a masculine, clear-headed leader, a ruler who, and depicted in here, holds his sword upright and true. And he sees what he needs to be seen to make decisions and follow through. And what you see here clearly is this battle, this turning point here to this situation. You see that this battle may be over, and you are going to take what you can from it. You're trying to see where you can divert your energy. Oh, wait, Five Wands. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of, okay, yes, Five of Wands. It has to do with conflict. Five of Wands usually deals with conflict, and you are seeing conflict. You can see the conflict that's emerging, the fire that has started. Let's see. Knight of Swords. Someone with valiance, quick action. What's this Knight of Swords? Clarify. Five of Cups. There is, again, emotional distraction here. There's a lot of emotions here. It seems like you're dealing with the fact that you are in your head in this maze, as they show it, this cup is like a complicated maze that's in your head about your emotions, these dark emotions, by the way, that depress you, that disappoint you, that keep you in negative emotions. And you, Knight of Swords, seems to be acting upon it quickly, no hesitation. So, the Wheel of Fortune. What new beginnings are there for Group 1? What is Group 1 to expect? What surprises? Anything? This Fool, for the Fool they picked. What is to be coming? Okay, Ace of Swords reverse. We are seeing a lack of clarity here, a lack of answers, which is why this wheel may be reversed. Things are looking down for you, Group 1. There seems to be, things are heading in a down. Or that's what happens with the wheel sometimes. That's why the wheel turns. You'll have your ups, you'll have your downs. And right now, the wheel is turning down due to the fact that there's no clarity, there's no certainty, there's no answer for you. So let's see this overall narrative, Group 1. What new beginnings are there for Group 1? What is surprised? What are surprises? What is expected? What is coming that's new that they might not see coming? What are new beginnings for Group 1? Well, it seems like Group 1, you are going to be sad, or you're saddened in here in this narrative about something, some opportunity that you're given that you feel like you didn't utilize well, you didn't plan out well. And this may encourage you to end this cycle here of not using opportunities, of poorly using opportunities, because they keep you in your emotions, and it gives you difficulty to move forward. And this encourages you because this idea of rebirth encourages you to move forth with great energy, to stand up and press forth. Presently, what would happen is you'll find yourself in clear conflict. You'll see this. This will lead you to conflict. But what it is you want to get out of your head. As a Knight of Swords is someone, at least represented here, seems to take action with no hesitation. They are brave, they are valiant, they are clear to take action because you know you'll be facing disappointments or be distracted by disappointing emotions. And these distracting emotions will make things unclear for you. This pessimistic way of thinking will leave you with very little optimism, with very little clarity. So it will lead you to a downward spiral. Let's clarify with the last card. What is your on deck? I see King of Cups. King of Cups reverse. King of Cups reverse deals with your emotions and a lack of emotional maturity. You're over emotional. Your next card is the World, meaning there will be a sense of completion. There will be a sense of how interesting that, yes, we're asking about new beginnings. And what this new beginning may lead to is a sense of completion. Maybe you'll follow through and feel like you reach an ending with this minor issue of yours, but it's possibly very minor. But what it is addressing is some emotional things that you may be overindulging in. You may be overindulging in your emotional state. That's what you're addressing. This new beginning, this discovery that's coming your way, the surprise, it seems, this fool that you picked. You may be addressing the fact that you are tired of disappointment. So you want to leave emotional disappointments behind. You want to leave negative thinking. You want to get out of this state where all you have are these emotions fixated in your head because they're wasting opportunities. You're wasting plans being this way. And you are very much determined to stand up and use some energy for this rebirth. You want this new beginning. You desire to get out of this old way. You are wanting to move away from these emotional habits. And you know this will cause conflict. You are actually wanting to be the King of Swords here. You are represented here to be the King of Swords. You are trying to be logical. You are trying to follow through with clear plans and clear decision making with your head, particularly to be clear and not emotionally distracted. You clearly see that this will cause inner turmoil, conflict. It will start fires, but you are determined to get away from being so emotionally distracted, to be disappointed, pessimistic. It keeps you in your head. It keeps you in a maze of confusion because you know that you operate clearly with a clear head, with a logical thinking, with more optimistic thinking. You don't want your emotions to rule you. You want to not hesitate. You want to be sure, and you want to move forward swiftly because you know overall that unclear, non-logical, and muddled thinking will bring your wheel downward. So your new beginning, and you're determined to have this rebirth that's coming your way, that you are pushing forth, is to be logical over emotional and not let your pessimism keep you from better things and keeping your wheel turning nonetheless, even when things get bad. That's all I have for you, Group 1. Stay safe, take care, and goodbye. Welcome, Group 2. Welcome, Group 2, for those who picked this fool from Muerte of Crows Tarot. This fool appears almost like a classic fool, the classic Rider-Waite fool, except, it's seemingly more simplified, but it has all the same elements. This fool carries a very minimal amount of his belongings over his shoulder. There is a silhouette or even contour of a rose. And this rose is kept in his hand as he moves forward And look, you have the companion, which is a crow. There are a lot of crows in Murder of Crows Tarot. That is the whole theme. And it's a very simplified, minimal representation of a new beginning, of zero. The Fool is basically energy, possibilities that come out of nothing. So, we're keeping this open, group 2. What new beginnings, what surprises are coming your way? What can you expect that you're not expecting? Group 2, what new beginning? What surprises for group 2? What's coming for group 2? 9 of Swords. Let's see, Death. That is Judgment. Reverse, Knight of Swords. And Reverse Moon. Look at that. We got 3 major arcanas for group 2. This is important character development here. Good for you, group 2. This is nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. This is major changes for you to expect that may be coming your way that you don't know. But let's clarify this. Group 2. Another group, Death, had death in it too. So a lot of endings in order for rebirth. Anyway, let's clarify. 9 of Swords, group 2, what new beginnings, what surprises for group 2? What to expect? Let's clarify 9 of Swords, group 2. What do they not see coming? What's it for them to? It's coming out. What new beginnings? Group 2. 9 of Swords. Clarified by, let's see, Knight of Cups. So there is some anxiety here, group 2, that you're dealing with. Because dealing with possibly bad news. The Knight of Cups reverse can represent bad news. There can be a lack of emotional expression. There is suppressed emotions that you want to say, but you're not going to. That's causing you this anxiety, this depression, anxiousness. It's keeping you up. Let's see. Death. Clarify death for group 2. What new beginnings? What is coming out of nothing for group 2 that they do not see coming? What new beginnings for group 2? Death. Clarified by reverse Page of Wands. So, you are pulling back on something. You are withdrawing your energy. You're withdrawing intentions and initiatives. And that is triggering an end for rebirth to happen. Let's see. Let's clarify Judgment. Reverse 8 of Wands. Again, a withdrawal of energy, a withdrawal of intention, a withdrawal of growth. And this is making you realize something. There is some important message. There is an important culmination in this moment for you to realize something for you. There is message from above, from the universe, from beyond, that's coming to you that you're going to hear because you withdraw your energy. You're withdrawn or your energy has slowed down. But let's clarify further with a Knight of Swords. clarified the Knight of Swords. We have the Hermit. The Hermit reverse, to be exact. So, Hermit reverse can mean that you've withdrawn yourself to the point where you withdrawn out of fear. You're withdrawn out of fear from society, from fear of your environment, or you're feeling very lonely to the point because you've been withdrawn for so long. And this has muddled your judgment, your logic, your action the action that depends on your thinking. You are possibly being irrational. Let's see. Moon reverse. What can this moon reverse be? We have the Ace of Wands. So, moon reverse means that there is information, there is things being revealed that were hidden, formerly hidden, within this, possibly within the subconscious. And this is therefore motivating you, or you're motivated to reveal hidden subconscious things. There is potential here to grow. There's energy here now. This is the only wands that came out upright. So suddenly it seems like you're motivated, and you got some encouragement. You feel sure to act and therefore grow. Maybe because you want to reveal some once hidden information, hidden ideas, hidden elements. Overall, what group two, what new beginnings are coming for group 2? What is coming that is coming out of nowhere? What don't they expect that's coming? Well, it seems like this narrative is talking about your anxieties due to suppressed emotions, due to you not expressing things that need to be expressed, emotional things that you didn't take action on. There's suppressed emotions here, and that has depressed you, that has kept you anxious. And you're withdrawn because you've withdrawn the potential to grow, any potential action. Something's ended. You're withdrawn in order to have a new beginning. You want a new beginning. And by, of course, acting so slow, or this intentions are so slow, or there's no communication, of course, withdrawnness in the first place, you are realizing things. You are realizing that the universe is trying to tell you something. You've gone in solitude for so long. You've been in solitude for so long that your thinking has become quite irrational, or you have not acted on any thoughts at all. And these subconscious things are now surfacing, and that is motivating you to actually act. So what new beginnings does group 2 face? What will they realize? What's happening? What they did not see before? Let's give you a final card for your bottom deck. Look at that. This is your High Priestess. High Priestess. Next is the Emperor. And after that is the Page of Cups, optimism. The Emperor is about acting on being a leader, making wise and decisive measures, acting on them, following through, being a leader. High Priestess is about your top bottom deck, top card, your bottom deck, which means that your intuition. Your intuition is telling you things. Your intuition is, you should act on your intuition. Or there is information being revealed, the truth, everything's being revealed. You're seeing the truth, the facts from the fiction. You're seeing the situation for what it is, seemingly. What new beginnings, what unexpected things is coming to group 2? Clearly, it seems like you have suppressed emotions. You have suppressed emotions or did not act on these emotions that you may have desired to act, and that has depressed you, that has kept you in anxiety. And your overall energy here is so withdrawn. You have you have decided not to act on your emotions, and therefore, if you acted at all your efforts are so slow or so dwindled. It's an uphill battle for you. You are very withdrawn with your initiatives, your fire. Your fire is very low. And that has ended things. You have been given a rebirth. You are looking towards a new beginning. You realized a lot about yourself. You realized important messages in a way. You come to important realization through this rough journey, it seems, of just suppression, oppression maybe. And you are so withdrawn to the sense of solitude that you mentally are not thinking straight, or you're acting on irrational thoughts. You are so unhappy and anxious and in your head to the point where you may be so irrational in your thoughts, in your thinking, that this may be a call for a rebirth in order for you to actually take action. There's a lot of secrets, a lot of information that has been revealed now, subconscious things that were hidden, things that were beneath your surface. You've realized so much of these hidden things about yourself. Now you're encouraged to finally take some action and be encouraged to light your fire again, to give your passion a try again, and therefore emerge from the solitude and grow. And that's all I have for you, Group 2. Stay safe, take care, and goodbye. Welcome, Group 3. Welcome, Group 3. You've chosen the Fool from Star Spinner's Tarot deck. This Fool seems almost innocent and naive since he is crouched in a fetal position and almost like a child, and seems to be floating in the middle of space, a space of some sort, a space that represents nothingness. After all, the Fool is 0. This Fool then basically emerges from nothingness, this possibility, this opportunity, this journey emerges from nothingness. He has this very simple amount of items to carry along and a little white flower to accompany him. And he marks the beginning of possibilities, the beginning to take on an unknown path and the possibility to grow. So, group 3, what new beginnings, what surprises, what is coming your way that you do not expect? What new beginnings, what is coming almost out of nothing for group 3? What new beginnings, group 3? What is coming your way that you do not expect? Is the general question. What new beginnings for group 3? We see 6 of coins, 10 of coins reversed, 6 of swords, 10 of chalices, 10 of cups reversed, and the high priestess reverse. So group 3, 6 of coins, 6 of pentacles deals with money, deals with finances, opportunities. There's a bit of optimism here because this is represented by a child. There's an optimistic sense of finances, money, feeling generous. Money is emerging out of innocence and play, something like that. Let's clarify. Let's clarify the 6 of coins, 6 of pentacles. Clarify the 6 of pentacles for group 3. The moon reverse. So we are dealing with hidden information, the subconscious here. We're dealing with dreams. In this case, this moon deals with someone who rules the dream realm, and maybe right now you're not seeing these dreams clearly. Or we can be dealing with a sense of hidden information, hidden subconscious information that's being revealed, that's emerging, that has to deal with how you're balancing out, how your finances are being balanced out, being put where it's going, where it's being put into. Let's see. Clarify the 10 of Pentacles for me. 10 of Pentacles. So the Hierophant reverse. There's a sense that you are not on stable ground. The foundations you are on may be not familiar to you. Or your foundations are unstable, whatever these foundations may be. The organization you're a part of, the groups you're a part of, the community in which is led by a head of some sort. Whatever this is, it's not stable or it's not conventional to you, and therefore there is a lack of prosperity or a lack of long-term prosperity from this unstable or not very stable foundation. 6 of Swords. What is 6 of Swords about? So we're seeing a Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands reverse. Okay, so we're seeing somebody who is withdrawn their actions. You are taking back action. Or you made an action that did not work out. Or withdrawn this action because right now you're thinking of moving away from some ideas. You're thinking of moving towards better ideas. That's why you're withdrawn. Your actions. You're withdrawn. Yeah, you're looking for better ideas. Moving towards better ideas. All right. 10 of Cups reverse. Page of Pentacles. So this opportunity that was presented to you, you may have been inexperienced in it. You're not versed in this job you were given, or that was presented to you, or that you do. You're not experienced enough, so therefore that's why you see this as not ending well, not ending to your satisfaction at least. What is this High Priestess? This is the Eight of Cups reverse. So, in this deck, Eight of Cups reverse is someone who sees like their ideal past, an ideal past that they seem to be emotionally hung up on, that they're distracted by, that they may have preferred that over moving on and towards other promises, other possibilities in the future. And this is why your intuition is not clear. You're not seeing the facts. You're not seeing the situation for what it is. Your intuition isn't clear on things. So for group 3, what is this narrative about? You seem to be wanting to balance out your finances using a very optimistic or even naive way of looking at your finances, looking at your resources. And that has been revealed. There's been information. There's been the moon. The moon deals with fears. And when the fear that's reversed, it's about these hidden information coming to surface. Hidden information has come to surface. And that may have been you rethinking the way you are distributing your finances. You're on an unstable foundation that will not reap. That will not reap long-term prosperity. Therefore, this new beginning that's coming your way, what you don't see coming. It may be the fact that you are going to withdraw your actions. You are going to hesitate because on the way you have been doing your finances, your resources, where you've been putting them. Because you want to move towards better ideas. You want other ideas, basically. You want to move away from old ideas that may have been unstable, that you just realize now, that have been revealed to you right now, that you may have been spending your resources naively and not have been balancing them out as maturely as you wish. And because of your naivety that you feel in yourself, that you realize the way you've been spending your plans, your opportunities, or the way you've been planning things, it's been a very inexperienced way of doing it, a very naive way of having done it. But there is a lot of possibility here for you to reset. Because, well, you realize this now. You want to move on. This new beginning here tells me that you will realize that you want to pull back your energy and look for better ways of doing things, better ideas. Because as a Page of Pentacles, you are having an experience in a way of you handling this job, this finance, this work. You see it as leading to unsatisfactory. And you are hung up, you are distracted by the way you have felt, the way that things should have been for yourself, the way your future should have been. You are distracted by the emotions, these feelings that things should have looked a certain way, be a certain way. And that's what has your intuition all confused. It has you confused. Clear, let's see. So, we see here, as your bottom deck, is death. Death reversed. Death reversed deals with endings that come with no closure. Next card is the King of Swords. Clarity here. After that is the Nine of Swords. We see you realizing something, being intellectual, being logical, and dealing with anxieties, dealing with a lot of thoughts. Possibly, and overall, it has to deal with these thoughts that you realize about past actions that has to deal with your resources and how you handle these resources, how you balance out these resources. You may have realized that the foundations of how you dealt with this, or the foundations that you are in, aren't going to help you with long-term prosperity or get you long-term prosperity or legacy, basically. This information has been hidden away from you for a long time. Maybe you just were not experienced enough to know this. You see yourself as been naively handled. You see yourself as naively handling your finances. So this realization, this new beginning that may be coming your way, is you are going to move towards better ideas, move towards more knowledge. You're going to seek ways, better ways to handle and teach yourself how to handle your finances. Because you are, of course, a page of points. You are still a page when it gets to planning things out, to making things happen, to reaping gains from the work you put in. And this rebirth may require you to practice leaving these past emotions behind, these emotional attachments you've had from a past that was unstable or wasn't stable to reap long-term prosperity. You're going to work on basically letting go of your past beliefs on what your future should be. Because by emotionally hanging on to dreams or a past ideas or past emotional attachment to ideas that don't work out, you are going to muddle your intuition. And that's your new beginning, it seems, Group 3. Group 3, you are reaching a closing. You're reaching a closing, an ending, basically, that may not have clear answers. But that's because you're seeking answers. You're seeking to educate yourself into an unknown beginning. But this seek of knowledge, this desire for a new beginning, to teach yourself, basically, how to rethink your finances, because you are inexperienced on how you approach and what work you put in to reap long-term benefits, long-term longevity of your money, of your resources. And that's all I have for you, Group 3. Stay safe, take care, and goodbye. Welcome, Group 4. What new beginnings? What is coming to Group 4 that they didn't see coming? What new beginnings? What opportunities are coming to Group 4? You chose the Fool from a Hush Tarot. This Fool is represented by a ferret. A ferret is a innocent, playful animal. This is one of the few cards that also has just a black background, a stark black background. This may mean that this playfulness, this energy, emerges out of nothing. The Fool is represented by 0, so 0 represents, well, nothingness, yet the Fool is a representation of something coming out of nothingness. Optimism, naivety, promises that can come out of nothing. There is also moss in this images, I can see. Little moss, something that is a creature that flutters in the dark, particularly erratically. So there is a lot of potential, a lot of enthusiasm for this new beginning, Group 4. So what to expect for Group 4? What new beginnings? What does Group 4 have coming that they don't see coming? What surprises are coming to Group 4? What new beginnings for Group 4? This is Ace of Needles, or Ace of Wands, reversed. That is the Page of Swords. This is Pentacles. This is, let's see, 6 of Pentacles, reversed. The Hermit, reversed. And 10 of Swords. Okay, so Ace of Needles or Ace of Wands reverse represents a pullback of your energy, a hesitation, or a withdrawn of your intentions, of initiative, a withdrawn of growth possibly. Dealing with an image of somebody's, there's a bird with a needle near this person's eye. That's very suspenseful. There's a potential of danger here. All right, let's see, growth. We're dealing with growth that may have been withdrawn. Let's clarify this Ace of Needles for Group 4. Right. Queen of Needles or Queen of Wands. So we see confidence here. We see somebody with confidence, with fire, with the ability to take control and lead in a situation. Someone who looks very much like they know what they're doing and they look their best in confidence. This queen looks like she is on top of her challenges. She's on top of this crow. That seems to be an aftermath or a window into a conflict. She is on top of this conflict. So, and somehow your Ace of Swords is withdrawn. You're withdrawn your energy. You may be this Queen of Wands right now, but you are withdrawing your energy. There's confidence here. Okay, Page of Swords, represented by the 7 of Cups reversed. 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups reversed deals with dreams, But when it's reversed, you may be dealing with being overwhelmed by emotions. You are in a dream state, or you are in a state of where a lot of emotional ideals, dreams, ideas, is overwhelming you. It's worry. It's becoming more worries than they are fantastical thoughts. Which is why you're a Page of Swords here. The ideas that you have, you're trying to find clarity through it. Maybe you are actually awakened, because Seven of Cups here has somebody who is sleeping, practically sleeping. So reversed, it may mean you're awakened and you are clearly seeing things. There's a clarity. Okay, Six of Pentacles reverse. Temperance reverse. Temperance is a lack of discipline, a lack of balance. This person here, Temperance, and this has taken off, it looks like she's taken off her mask, her crow mask. So reverse. Again, reverse temperance means that you're overindulging. You can be overindulging on something. There's a lack of balance in how you're handling your finances, possibly. Your Pentacles, your Six of Pentacles here is all about balancing out resources. So you are overindulging in your resources in one thing over another thing. A lot of your resources may be going into something else rather than balancing out your life. The Hermit reverse. Solitude. We are dealing with the Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups usually is somebody who can be compassionate, be able to take care of everything, practically, emotionally, handle things. And being the Hermit reverse, you are withdrawn from your group, your society, your everyday, because you are all in your emotions, or maybe you are focusing and caring for something. Okay. Let's see. Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. What is Ten of Swords about? The Chariot reverse. The Chariot reverse deals with a lack of direction. Chariot is usually somebody is represented by motion to move forth. You're possibly stuck right now. You probably lack a direction. You are not balanced in how you're approaching this situation. So therefore, there's a lack of direction. There's no effective force or for effective intention, initiative. Your emotions aren't in it. Your initiative isn't at its fullest. Your mind isn't in it. Things are not aligned altogether. You're imbalanced, so therefore you have no direction. And therefore, you see this as a bad ending coming your way. So let's see this overall narrative, this Fool. For those of Group 4 who picked this Fool, what is going on? What new beginnings? What are you going to realize? What is coming your way? What message is coming your way? Okay, Group 4. What new beginnings? What is going to come your way that you don't see coming? What rebirth? What new is coming your way? Basically, group 4, you seem to be a confident person who knows your decision making, who's pretty sure about your actions and what actions you're going to take. For this, you are withdrawing your actions. You are not going to put anything into it. You are being real about this. Your reverse Seven of Cups tells me you are not seeing things through a rosy glass. You're not being dreamy about this. You're being real. So therefore, you are being clear and logical. You're a Page of Swords here. You are going to see things clearly, communicate clearly, be logical. And you are very sure that you do not need to take action. That's why you withdraw your action. You are needing to balance out your resources. You are imbalanced. You are overindulging, putting more into certain things than other things, and that's keeping you imbalanced. The Hermit is withdrawal. So you withdrawn yourself from the world, almost out of worry, out of uncertainty or fear of it. Maybe because you have certain things you need to take care of. You're emotionally invested in something personally or in something else. You are looking out for whatever this is that you're pouring your emotions into. And due to your lack of direction, you may be seeing this as a bad ending coming for you, group 4. Let's see. Reverse King of Pentacles. So there is unstable foundation here for group 4. King of Pentacles. And next card is Death. There's a call to rebirth. And then the card after that is the Emperor reversed. Let's see. So, your foundation, represented here by this owl, harassing this cuckoo clock. That's a skull. A combination of a clock and a skull. There's a sense that your foundation is not stable. It's going to fall apart. There is no groundedness here. There's no grounding. There's no stability, resourceful-wise. There's no support here for this foundation. And that's maybe why you are pretty sure you're going to withdraw your energy. Next card is Death. There's a lot of death in these readings, all 4 of these readings throughout the day. But yes, meaning there's endings and calls for rebirth, calls to grow and grow out of old cycles. So what does group 4 have coming for them? What new beginnings? What surprises? It seems like you are recognizing that you are on an unstable foundation that's not promising, that's going to fall apart soon. That is already have fallen apart. It's not stable. There's no groundedness here. There's no support here. There's no way for you to prosper. And that's why you are confident in withdrawing your energy. Withdrawing your way from this foundation. You're being realistic here. You're going to try to be clear. You're going to be logical. And you're going to be assertive about your actions, that you are not going to put in anymore towards this unstable foundation. And that's because, well, your personal finances or your resources are imbalanced. You've been putting too much into something that may not be benefiting you, or that may be working against you, imbalancing you. Whatever you've been pouring yourself into emotionally, you've been caring for, it has isolated you from other things. It has kept you, it is keeping you from the world, from growing, just because you may be missing out on things you fear, or maybe you are withdrawn because of this scenario that has been unstable and eating up your resources, that you have been so distracted that you from the rest of the world and this way of being, this unstable foundation that you have been a part of, that imbalance you in your resources, and that now you recognize to withdraw because you're determined to, and that you're going to be clear and logical on. You clearly see that if you keep up this foundation, not only does it take your resources, it takes your emotional time. It's going to lead you to a bad ending. It's going to lead you to further bad endings because you lack a direction for yourself, a direction for yourself to grow, because it has isolated you. It has taken too much of your resources and time. And you are determined to be more aggressive for yourself, of where you're leading yourself. And you want to be clear about the reality of this. This is what your new beginning may hold if you decide basically to let go of this unstable foundation that you're a part of, that you've been putting yourself resources and time into, Group 4. And that's all I see for you, Group 4. Stay safe, take care, and goodbye.